Now go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Okay, yes. My name is Alexandra Dotcheva. I am a registered nurse at present, an investor in real estate and options trader. And I was listening to your previous guest with a lot of interest because the year 2008 was also very relevant to me. He said he lost everything in the crash, but I had to drastically switch careers in 2008 because I had been a professional violinist for 26 years or so. Because when you start violin in Eastern Europe, you are pretty much trained to be a professional. So I had no basis with anything else but music. And in 2008, it became clear that the orchestra where I was employed, which was the Syracuse Symphony Orchestra, could not survive the crisis because lots of orchestras had already been downsizing and many of them had bankrupted by the time. So I decided to pursue a career in nursing. It was probably the hardest decision I had made up to that point. And I have been a nurse now for 12 years. The orchestra did indeed end up bankrupting in 2011. At that year, I was graduating nursing school and I had a job waiting for me in the ICU. But with nursing, I also learned that there was a lot more to learn than just coast on a job, because I imagined financial security as a full-time job, which I didn't have when I was a musician. I was more like a freelance musician and part-time employed with the Syracuse Symphony Orchestra and teaching private violin lessons for 10 years to adults and children. But with nursing, it became clear that you need to have a plan B if you are ever to leave your job or change locations or just want to have security for retirement, because obviously 2008 also taught us that a 401k was a very bad idea as a retirement plan. It was an excellent way to lose your money. I didn't have a 401k at the time because I was a freelancer, so I had no clue. But other people lost their retirements past their 60s and they couldn't recover because the market doesn't recover ever as fast as it crashes, unfortunately. So I became an investor in 2014 in real estate and options trading. I'm a self-made millionaire, so to speak. I didn't come from a rich family at all. My parents are pretty much, I like to lovingly tell them, financial invalids, which is what I was until I decided to jump into the learning curve of investing. It was completely unfamiliar to me, just as medical language was in science language was unfamiliar to me up to when I started nursing school, because as a musician for 26 years, I had learned nothing but music and music related subjects, very limiting knowledge, limited mindset in many ways, because you only have one skill, but you're afraid to learn something new because you've been involved in this for so long. So after I switched careers, I realized, well, I can learn other things too if I was able to drastically switch careers, opposite side of the career pole, science versus art. So investing, I learned financial language. I paid for investment courses online. I employed self-made millionaires because I realized I was taught that if you go to a financial advisor, they'll take a handsome commission every quarter, whether or not they make money on your portfolio. If they lose money, they'll still get their commission. So I figured, why can't I be independent with finances now? So that was another learning curve. I created the investment portfolio. My boyfriend teamed up with me after he became convinced in 3 years that the method worked. And now we are financially independent. We can leave work at any time. We just like being useful to people. So we continue working with patients because nurses are needed after all. He's an emergency room nurse. I'm a home care nurse. And 2 years ago, I decided to write the book because people were asking me, how come you're approaching 50 and you're looking so healthy, you're so physically fit, and how are you so financially independent? How you learn on that? So I compiled the system of what I did. Practical experience, right? Real life experience, real life results. Little theory, a lot of practice. And hoping to be helpful to other people who want to become self-reliant, self-sufficient. I struggled with lack of self-esteem and self-confidence for over 2 decades, and it was mostly self-inflicted by choice. And I realized that was the wrong choice when I started nursing school, because I had hit rock bottom in my life at that point, personally and professionally. So there was only one way, going up. So the book discusses how you overcome self-esteem and self-confidence deficit by solving the problems that you least want to solve and build your life the way you want it to be from that point on.
Wow.
Wow, what a story.
That's such a story.
Mhm,
Incredible. So the book is available everywhere. Show us the book. And
The book is available on my website. Here is the book. So the website is www.holisticselfconfidence.com, no dashes. You can also buy it through my Facebook page, Holistic Self-Confidence, with a dash between self and self-confidence. I also put it on Amazon recently, whatever is easiest to people. It's a paperback and ebook format. The ebook can be purchased worldwide from the website. All you need is an EPUB file reader on your computer, like an Adobe file reader. EPUB file reader can download for free. The paperback is currently available in the US, but we do have the ability to process international orders on an individual basis. If the reader decides to do that, they can just input their address and name in the contact form of the website. Then the fulfillment house will calculate the shipping expenses and will let the reader decide, do they want the ebook version or the paperback format. So it's up
well,
to
we
the reader.
want you both back, Barry and Alexander, because as I said, this group is about business empowerment. You missed the morning sessions. We had a lot of people, and I wanted to focus with you all on doing maybe workshops or talk more about your books. And so I'll do an interview with you next week, and then we'll talk about different options.
You both bring
Okay.
such an enormous
Yes.
benefit. You talk about the bounce
Thank you.
backs.
Yes.
I mean, you know, what an amazing story. You bounced back and came after revelation, after some consequence.
Yes.
And it's amazing. And people need to hear those stories as people now begin to bounce out of COVID and bounce
Yeah.
into the new world, the new order.
Yep.
So there's a great need for your stories, and people need to hear what you've been through and gone through in order to get where you are.
Yeah.
And I'm
so-
sorry I missed your earlier portion of your
Well,
podcast, but I was in another interview. So
It's on
We'll-
demand. You can look it on demand.
We'll do an interview with you, and we're doing we do this every month, so
Mhm.
we'll bring you back, you know,
Mhm.
again.
Wonderful.
And, I need to read the book so I can put
Right.
it in proper order. We're going to go to Kenya, but who is Jeff? Jess has just joined us. Jess,
Just not.
hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
give us a quick intro and tell us who you are, and welcome.
Thank
Yep.
you. I am here in support of Barry.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
very good, very
That's
good, very good.
awesome.
Thank you
Um,
for joining us.
So
Uh-huh.
Barry, show us the book and tell us, do you have a website or do you go to Amazon or how does that work? Meanwhile,
Hey,
I'm
you
going
guys,
to,
it's right over here. I'll just grab it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yep.
Okay.
You're watching brightsideglobaltrade.org, and we'll make sure that the links are available. We love authors and we promote different books each month, and you will get these on our book list as well as for our book club. So
Okay.
there you go. There's
Hey,
the book.
nice.
Okay. Awesome.
Too nice.
Too nice for sales. I just love that
Okay,
title. Too
okay.
nice
Yeah.
for sales.
Yeah, I was told I was too nice, and
Well, actually,
I
you
made
know,
it
that-
work.
Yeah, but the area of sales is an old area, and there've always been people selling one thing or the other, you know. But I mean, it does though require an ethics. Now, you know, some people say that some industries don't come with ethics,
Yeah.
you know, and that's not true, because if you've got a great reputation and people understand your knowledge as well as what you sell for them, they come back because they know that you're really attempting to showcase the best of the
Yeah.
product. So it's a big deal. I can't wait to read the book. Can't
Yeah, I'm
wait
excited
to
about
read the
sending it
book.
to you all. You're making me
Yeah,
feel
Yes.
really
very
good about it.
very good.
We are very,
Yeah.
we're very excited.
So
And-
we'll have an interview on with you,
Yep.
and we'll do a formal procedure to talk about your book and
Sure.
challenges.
And my
you face.
website is just tooniceforsales.com.
Okay,
So-
so
very
we'll
good.
make sure we go there and
Very good,
write a
very-
comment.
very
So
good.
if you're watching this broadcast on Facebook, Instagram, or in our VIP groups, we're doing lives, then make sure that if you buy these books, that you snap a photo and show it to us so that we can give you 2 tickets to our next taping of the Brightside show. I know you've enjoyed it today, and you're watching brightsideglobaltrade.org, and always subscribe so you get the links and you know where to get these books. We are all about promoting business And we want you to buy these books in
Mhm.
order to do it.
Yeah.
And I see I have another author, Linda Thompson. Are you ready to show us your video, or you're just observing today? Okay, no problem. Yeah, can we hear you?
I'm trying.
Okay,
I have.
don't take your time. Okay, tell us about your book. Tell us about your book and tell us quickly, and then I'm going to take you to Kenya for a trip.
Okay, I'll just give the name of the title of my books. One is Jealousy or Envy is There a Killer in You? Stop the War Within to Be Set Free. And it talks about comparison, comparing yourself to one another, to another person because of their successes or whatever. And the second book is Speak Positively and Expect the Victory, Words of Wisdom. And there's different chapters in there on marriage, dating, parenting, different things like that. And I have enjoyed each and every one speaking today. And I wanted to say to Barry, I put in the chat, Barry, thank you for caring about people. And coming from a real estate person, that's a lot, what you shared about your concern about people. And I've enjoyed each and every one speaking today.
Very
Yeah,
good.
we had quite a lot
Thank
of
you.
speakers
Thank you.
today.
It's
So
been great.
it was a great day.
Mhm.
All
Yes.
right. So thank you for watching
Yes.
BrightsideGlobalTrade.org. Make sure you subscribe.